Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. Interesting story I want to talk about very quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on this because that can really get long-winded talking about other things. But interesting story. You have a postal worker. What's my young man's name? It is Ray Hodges. And then you have a lady. Her name is Jaya Cruz. But if you look on most of the news that's reporting on it, they're referring to her as a woman. But when you get to the articles, they refer to her as a transgender woman. And it was really confusing because when I was looking at her and I'm like, this is a big woman, right? This is a very large woman in height, stature. You can see the length and then the shoulders. I imagine she was towering over Hodges, and it's very sad. I'm gonna read this, and this will tie off into the story really quickly. A Bronx family is in mourning after a father who worked for the U.S. Postal Service was fatally stabbed during an argument Thursday while ordering a deli sandwich. Loved ones said it happened while he was on the job as a mail carrier, and he took the job to get out of poverty. That's it right there. He took the job to get out of poverty. You right? And he was a father. He had children. And he took this job and yeah, right? Like some people have to pack lunches. He could go into the store and buy him a sandwich, right? He had that luxury even though he was still living in poverty. But see how fast somebody could take something away from you. Whether it's your spot line, upgraded to now they're trying to take you away from your loved ones. That's insane, man. I got a video I'm gonna roll for you really quickly, but I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say, who does that? Who does that? Someone skips you in line, or you just go and skip somebody in line, and then you try to kill this person, or you actually do kill this person. It was one other instance where I seen that, and it was like they literally got into a shootout in the Walgreens, or I think it was a Walmart. They literally get into a shootout in the Walmart. And the crazy thing about it is the guy who was getting shot at, they tried to arrest him. I can't remember. I still have the story up, if I'm not mistaken. I have to find the video, but I can't remember if he returned fire. I did believe he returned fire on the guy. He ended up killing the guy, but they were trying to charge him because they said he didn't retreat. And I'm thinking, well, this guy has a weapon and has a gun. He's firing it at him in the store. You see this guy turn around and go down the aisle. He's still getting shot at. So he's, you know what? And he returns fire at the guy. And they try to bag him when he's trying to neutralize that threat. Crazy situation. But I got the video I'm going to play for you guys really quick. Here it goes.
He tells us that it seemed as though Hodges was here first, and then Cruz crossed in front of him, and it sparked a whole argument. Here, take a listen to what he said.
I separate them. The male guy in the front, the lady, she was in the back. She's spilling him in his face, and male guy, he get mad because she's spilling him. So he was lemon juice mixed with a coffee machine. He throw on her. So she took the knife. This is so bad. This is my first time I see this happen from my face.
And here's some new video of 24-year-old Jaya Cruz, who police identify as who allegedly stabbed to death 36-year-old Ray Hodges, a U.S. postal worker. And this employee tells us that it seemed as though Hodges was here first, and then Cruz crossed in front of him, and it sparked a whole argument. Here, take a listen to what he said.
Now, here's the one amendment I'm going to make with this video. It was another video. I didn't clip it in here, right? It sounded more like the truth. It sounded like this is what happened. Basically, in that video, they say that the guy was in the store first, right? Hodges, he was in the store first. And the lady Cruz, she comes in the store, and then she starts making her order. And then once she starts making her order, that's when Hodges he comes up and he's like, "Hey, I'm still figuring out what I want to order, but okay, I'm here first." And that kind of sound like more of what happened, and then it escalated from there. That did sound more of like what happened. But you have to watch people. Really quickly, I'm gonna give you this. Just make a long story short, I'm at the park, and have you ever been in any type of situation where somebody is literally getting on your last nerve, stalking you, whatever you want to say, just in your personal space, in your vicinity, this person more than once, and you're like, no, this person's doing this on purpose. They made it abundantly clear that this has not happened chance. This is not by a mistake. You don't trip over somebody 3 or 4 times and it be a mistake. Okay, you know a little bit of what's happening. Okay, so I'm gonna just say that. But this guy literally is he's literally all in my personal space. Big old dude, not a small guy. Guy's 6+. I'm 6 foot on a great day, opened up. Anywho, he's speed walking in the parking lot. Really gonna try to just cut the story short. He's walking in the parking lot. I gotta dodge him, driving into the place. I'm stretching. He's like almost crashing into me while I'm doing that. And then once I and then he's in the parking lot to begin. But then he transfers to wherever I'm at next, which is ridiculous. So I get finished stretching, and then this guy's literally on my back. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So I go ahead and I take off. I hit the brakes. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to, because sometimes it feels good to like, hey, just jog slow. Jog slow, put your head down, let your back stretch out. Because I literally spent like $1,000 on rehab because I was jacked up, dude. And I had to iron a few things out. I bought, Normatec. It like kind of compresses your legs, keep the blood flowing, and then it contracts, just keeps that blood flowing. And I got this gun. This thing right here works beauties, man. It's a massage gun, and yeah, there it goes right there. I just wake up literally like an hour, and I'll just like get rolled out. Anyway, yeah. So said all that to say, basically, I've just been working on getting myself aligned, which I've done, and I had to I was icing and everything. But anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna, take my time on this one. I guess I'll just have to hit the jets. So I take off to like leave them behind because it's like that's weird. I'm not gonna be literally running when you're like trying to pace yourself by me, right? And you're using me as your pacer. It's like no, and then this is a big old dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like It's disrespectful. You're in my personal space, right? And so like on the way back, because I just go 2 miles and I flip it around and do the 2 miles back, I'm looking at him gassed, and I'm like, yeah, you look silly, right? And I don't feel sorry for you because you encroached on my personal space, right? And it's upsetting to me. And you're a grown man, a big man, you know what I'm saying? A big dude. And it's like, no one should have to put up with something like that. And that's why I can link that story to this event, because you have people that will literally just try you. And this is a point right here. She tried him because he was in his USPS uniform. Nah, let me make sure I say it right. He was in his post office uniform, U.S. postal uniform. That's why she tried him, because he was in his USPS uniform. That is so sad. And you sitting up here trying to punk people, but you want somebody to treat you like a woman. But women don't go around punking people like that. And even if they do, 9 times out of 10, they can't physically back it up. So it's an empty bill. They're just talking, but can't write a check that their mouth, they can't cash a check that their mouth is writing. So it's really nothing to worry too much about, period. But then you see something like this and it's like, why would it's just sad. It's sad at the end of the day. Very sad. Right. All right. So check this out. This is from that same article. Someone quoted saying this. Just messed up that his family has got to go through this. One person said he was trying to make some money doing enough to provide for his kids and family. He was an honorable and respectful man who took care of his family, Hodges' brother said in a statement. Okay, so that was his brother. But you see what I'm saying? Just to make $1, you go out here to try to make some money, try to make $1, and it's somebody literally, like, I'm being honest, waiting to do the unimaginable to you. Literally beat you in. For nothing, really a spot in line. And people do this all the time. I've had women do that to me. Try to skip me in line. And before I say something, the person behind me says something, because they skip that person too. And they're like, hold up. But if I'm by myself, the person never skips me. The person, even if it's a girl and they mad, they'll say, you in line? Are you up next? And they'll ask me if I'm up next. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in line. But if you want to go ahead, if you want to, no, it's okay. And I'm like, okay. Cause it's me, even when I'm in a rush, I'm not in a rush, because it's people out here that's crazy, y'all. I'm being for real with you. And then it's people out here so crazy that they'll end up telling you the truth on things, and they'll think you their friend, or they'll think that they can just vent to you. And the way you think is not how everybody else thinks. I just want to make that clear to you. The way you think, a lot of people don't think like that. Okay. But sad story. I just want to talk a little bit about this. People are on the edge, obviously. But the loss of life, that's a little much. Peace, guys. I'm out. Ciao.